Nominations are now open for Queensland Father of the Year. Now, it's a way to honour ordinary dads who do extraordinary things for their kids and the wider community. And if someone comes to mind, then you'll want to hear the next few minutes. Peter James is the CEO of Scripture Union Queensland, the organisation behind the Father of the Year. Peter, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good to be with you.
How many nominations did you receive for last year's competition?
I think probably around 100, something like that. And the way it runs is you nominate an extraordinary dad who is doing a fantastic job with his own kids and perhaps having a role in the community in helping sort of inspire others to be good dads as well. That goes into a regional process for nomination, and we have 6 regional winners, and then the big announcement happens on the 31st of August.
How diverse were the entries from last year?
The dads we're looking for are dads who are just doing a great job in their family. Some of them are really battlers and doing an amazing job in adverse circumstances. All of them have got such a heart for their kids and for kids in the community as well. So it's a range of things. If you know someone who's an extraordinary dad and a role model, then please nominate them. It'd be great to honour them.
Are you after a super dad, so to speak?
Well, the winners tend to be super dads, but some of them, the way in which they found an expression for that inspiring fatherhood is to help with other people's kids, so foster kids or kids in the community, and these are extraordinary men doing an extraordinary job. But really, every one of them, when you meet, they're just down to earth blokes doing the best they can in a world that needs fathers.
Brisbane's 96.5, once again a supporting partner in this year's Queensland Father of the Year Awards, being conducted by Scripture Union, and I'm with Peter James, the CEO of SU. Peter, well, what do you say to people who say that this is a competition and that you shouldn't be doing something like this when probably most dads are doing the best they can and should be honoured for what they're doing, end of story?
I totally agree that every dad needs to be honoured for what they're doing because being a parent, mum or dad these days, is not easy. So every single nominee is a worthy father doing a great job. What we're trying to do is pick a few men, so 6 regional finalists and then 1 state winner, who can be a role model or an inspiration to all the other dads who, it's tough sometimes being a dad and trying to juggle, your work and everything else in life. And so having somebody held up and, well, this person was an inspiration. I'm going to work harder at being a dad myself, or I'm going to make the time to spend with my kids. Time is possibly the toughest commodity to get these days.
Now, last year's overall winner was Gary Pryor, and he was in fact the first Indigenous recipient of the Queensland Father of the Year. How exactly did that acknowledgement affect him?
Well, again, most of the dads in this are usually surprised that they're nominated because they're just generally humble, knockabout dads just doing what they think is right. And so I don't think Gary was any exception. He is just such a lovely, humble man looking to do good things in his community and with his own kids. Most years, and Gary was no exception, the dads are quite surprised that they're nominated and even more surprised when they win because they don't think they're doing anything special. They think they're just being a dad, and they are, but they're exceptional men. So I think surprise was probably his initial thing and a little bit of embarrassment, but I think it is important to be willing that other people look at and acknowledge achievements in society, and particularly the inspiration that they can provide to others.
Going forward now, Peter, outline for me the process very briefly again and the key dates that I need to know when nominating someone for Queensland Father of the Year.
So the first thing you need to know is the website you need to go to. So it's QLD, fatheroftheyear.org.au. So QLD, fatheroftheyear.org.au. You can go to that website. It's got all of the information on there. But the critical date you need to know is if you know an extraordinary dad, you need to nominate them by Friday, the 14th of July. What happens after that is it goes into a process of regional winners. So those regional winners will be announced by the end of 25th of August. And then the 6 regional winners get flown to Brisbane for a luncheon and for the announcement of the state winner. So 14 July is the date to nominate. Jump onto the website and be part of it.
Queensland Father of the Year, proudly supported by Brisbane's 96.5, and I'm with Peter James, the CEO with Scripture Union. Finally, Peter, once all the nominations come in for this year, do you and the judges receive danger money? I imagine it's particularly difficult decisions to make.
I don't know about danger money, but sympathy money, because to try to judge between these extraordinary people, you have to say yes to just one in the end, and really there are so many amazing dads that could win, and so I don't know about money, but definitely sympathy.